Hi everyone, welcome to Thermal Engineering and its applications. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe it right now and hit the bell icon to get the regular updates from our side. Now today's topic is very interesting. It is called as the abnormal combustion in SI engine, or we commonly refer it to as knocking in SI engine. Basically we can distinguish it with a very distinct high pitch or low pitch sound. Now when we talk about the abnormal combustion in SI engine or the knocking in SI engine, these are basically divided into two types. These two types are the knocking due to the spark and knocking due to the surface ignition. So both these two are important to know. Now there can be one or more type of knocking that is happening inside a combustion chamber. But what we will be doing is we will be dividing it into two sessions where we study the reasons behind each and every type in details. So it doesn't mean that we will be having only one type of knocking at a given amount of time or at a given point of time in an SI engine. So we may be having a combination of the both. Okay, so let us today start with the spark knocking in SI engine. Now before going in detail into the abnormal combustion in SI engine, let me tell you something about the three terminologies that I am going to explain you. Now these are related with respect to the normal combustion in SI engine. Now what is pre-flame reaction is? It refers to the chemical reaction that is taking place after the spark is given to the mixture. So whatever chemical reaction takes place, that chemical reaction will be leading to reaching at certain temperature. That temperature refers to the self-ignition temperature. Now what is self-ignition temperature is? It is the temperature at which the fuel or the mixture will start getting burning. So it is safer to say that pre-flame reaction will be responsible to reach the self-ignition temperature. Now what remains is the ignition delay. Now it is dwelling somewhere between the pre-flame reaction and the self-ignition temperature. So ignition delay refers to the time taken by when spark is given. After that some pre-flame reactions are taking place, and after the completion of the pre-flame reaction the mixture has reached to the self-ignition temperature. So this overall period refers to the ignition delay. So I hope I have made clear these concepts. Now let us go with the main abnormal combustion in SI engine, also referred as the knocking of in SI engine. Now let us start with something called as the normal combustion before we study the abnormal combustion in SI engine. So let us see what happens exactly in the normal combustion with respect to the flame propagation that I have drawn over here. And we will study this with respect to actual flame that is inside the combustion chamber. So we have already gone through the stages of combustion where we have seen what is pressurized diagram, how this pressure varies, why maximum pressure is at a point a bit after the TDC point, and other parameters. So what happens during this pressure rise is the flame propagates to the combustion chamber in this particular fashion. So we will be more interested in the end part of this flame. Why? Because knocking generally refers to a stage where this flame is going to undergo change in the frequency of the pressure, or it is going to undergo the rate of rise and fall in pressure. So therefore we will be mostly concentrating on the flame front area or the end charges that are near to the flame front area. Okay, so let us go through that. Now this is a flame that has reached almost at the end or near the top surface of the piston. So the unburnt charge that are present over here, what effect they will have when flame is reaching to their side. So as the flame is gradually increasing, it is expanding in nature. Now in order to get this total system in a state of mechanical equilibrium, as the expansion is followed, the compression of these unburnt charges will be happening. So due to this compression, heat will be added into the unburnt charges. So this is one of the point where heat is getting added into the unburnt charges. So let us represent that heat as the hatching lines at the flame front area. So this heat is getting added, plus the heat from the burnt particles at the frontal area will be getting added into the unburnt charges. So that is second source of the heat addition energy into the unburnt charges. Now third source of energy is what? As we were talking about the pre-flame reaction. So these pre-flame reactions are nothing but some oxidation reaction that are taking place that are leading to the reaching up to the self-ignition temperature for the mixture available. So this pre-flame reaction can also take place at the end charge. So this is your third point for the heat addition to the end charge. First is the compression, second is the heat from the burnt gases, and third is the pre-flame reaction that is taking place at this zone of the combustion chamber. So even after this much addition of the heat, if the temperature of these unburnt charges are not reaching to the self-ignition temperature, in that case what will happen is the charge that is available at the point B dash, that is this one, will going to travel in the dedicated direction only. It is not going to change its direction, rather it is not going to change the rate of rise of pressure as well. Therefore it is going to be in a normal combustion. So this is represented by PV graph over here or P theta graph over here and the flame diagram over here. Now about the abnormal combustion in SI engine. So after we have reviewed what exactly is the normal combustion and how does normal combustion happens while flame travels from one end to another end of the combustion chamber. So let us see what exactly is the abnormal combustion now with respect to spark knock itself. So here is a diagram, P theta diagram, which represent at the end of the pressurized diagram or at the end of the third stage, we observe the change in pressure, rate of change of pressure at the end of pressurized diagram over here. So this is nothing but the knocking that is taking place. How exactly it occurs, let me explain you right now. So this is again the flame that I have represented over here and the flame that I will explain with respect to the knocking phenomenon. So 2 or 3 parameters are there which will result into the knocking. First of all, what we need to understand is the pre-flame reaction at the end charge must take place in order to reach the self-ignition temperature so that the end charge will ignite before the main flame reaches to the end charge position. If this will happen, then there would be 2 opposing forces to the flames and this will cause the knocking. So how exactly we can, or how exactly the self-ignition temperature will reach? So that depends on the type of mixture that goes into the combustion chamber. So if the type of mixture is a bit rich mixture where we get highest amount of power, that means higher amount of pressure and temperature. So this condition or this type of mixture will lead to higher temperature and pressure condition inside the combustion chamber. Now this won't be a problem until and unless there is something wrong about the cooling system. Or in other words, the cooling system is not able to evacuate a large portion of the heat which is created due to the rich type of mixture. So if the cooling system is not much efficient, or during those cycles the cooling system is not working efficiently, that time what will happen is the heat that is present inside the combustion chamber tends to remain inside the combustion chamber. So this energy is now going to give the heat to the end charges that are available over here for the pre-flame reaction to happen. So if this is going to happen, the end charges are going to burn itself before the flame has even reached to the position B dash over here. So let me show you this with respect to this diagram. So let us say the flame has reached only this position, but whereas due to the pre-flame reaction the end charges has already started burning. So now when this flame is traveling due to transposition rate or the chemical reaction rate, and these are getting near to each other. So as soon as they come in contact with each other, this will create the opposite forces to each other. So technically what is happening is the pre-flame reaction is causing the end charges to come to this direction, that is opposite direction of the flame propagation, whereas the main flame is trying to reach or trying to travel in its own direction. So these two opposite direction, they are going to create the rate of change of pressure at the end of the combustion phase. So this is nothing but called as the knocking phase. Dear viewers, it is not at all necessary to have a single flame or single flame propagation within a given cycle. So we can have multi flames too, but the timing of those flames is very important. So the correct statement when you speak about the knocking phenomenon, you must or we must always say that there shouldn't be more than one flame at a given point of time, not in a given point of cycle. So what I mean to say is, if there is one flame propagating through the combustion chamber, and when it starts ending, so suppose this flame has started ending, so when we consider the triple spark engine, there would be a propagation of two different flames for a shorter distance inside the combustion chamber. So this is mostly done in order to reduce the unburnt hydrocarbons, which reduces the emissions, nothing more than that, but these are available at different point of time. So in the next session, what we are going to study is how exactly surface ignition leads to the knocking in SI engine and how it differs from spark knock that we have studied today. Thank you everyone. If you have liked the lecture, hit the like button and share with your friends in order to spread the knowledge. Have a good time.